is Monday, November 2nd of 2020. We are just two blessed months away from the end of what has to be one of the worst years ever in the 60 years that I've been on this planet. Yeah, today, on Guy's Daily Drive, bam. And welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive, the show that constantly asks, why is a 60-year-old man filming himself, not even filming, live streaming himself on Facebook while driving a car? It's the question that is doomed I say, to never ever be answered to a degree that will satisfy really anybody. So, a couple things. This is going to be just unless I come up with like some topic as I'm rambling here. This is probably just going to be a ramble. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, $1.99 for gas, but I have a full tank, so it doesn't matter. So, Apple had their quarterly results. They made a lot of money. Yes, indeed they did, as they have for quite some time. There is a reason why they are probably the world's biggest, or at least the richest company. And we are ever so grateful, I guess, that they're around, because they seem to push the envelope of technology more than a lot of other companies these days. Though I have to admit, there's a I've never been a fan of the folding phones, and I've yet to see one that interested me. I think mostly just based on how horrible the Android interface can be at times, or how poorly implemented a folding screen has been made. Oh, someone made a comment. Hi, hello there, someone who made a comment. But I've seen a commercial for a Samsung phone that it folds it in half, but not. The weird thing is, it does fold, but it's not doing the whole let's fold out to a double-sized big screen, which I don't think ever really worked for anybody all that well. No, this one just kind of folds in half. So you've got like your main screen is just this square. And again, this is just based on the commercials that I've seen for it so far. So you got this little square screen, and then you've got a screen underneath that can have different types of controls. Like, I'm guessing based on Samsung proprietary applications, because I can't think of any other type of phone that would be able to use that type of screen or that size of a screen. And they showed like it was like a music player, maybe a video player, that kind of thing. But then you can fold it all the way out, and it becomes like a regular sized smartphone screen. Regular sized smartphone screen, not a great big huge double screen that nobody can do anything with, just a regular sized smartphone screen. And I think that just based on initial impressions, that this is a much better interpretation of how to use a folding screen and to make the technology smaller. A lot of the problems with smartphones these days, especially as they get bigger and bigger and bigger, hell, Apple just released the 12 Max Pro Plus humongous thing. 6.7 inches of a screen. You know, I had the last large phone that I had, excuse me, was the 8 Plus. And I'm trying to remember how big that screen was. I think it was 5.7, 5.8 inches. And now, that's like, oh, that's not big at all. You know, I think the, currently, it's 6 inches or more that constitutes what people would consider to be a large or larger screen. So when you've got one that's pushing 6.7 inches, I mean, hell, that's practically a tablet at this point. So you need to have big pockets. If you carry something like this, a big purse or you know, your man bag or whatever the hell it is you want to call it, you need to have something that's big enough to carry a large phone like that. Well, this Samsung phone, because it folds in half, I don't know how big the screen is when it's all the way folded out, but it'll fit in your shirt pocket. And you know, it might be a little thick, but you know, you could fit it in there, and you could easily fit it into any kind of bag that you want to carry. So I thought that was an interesting interpretation of how to reduce the size and scope of some of the products that we're so addicted to today. And it was just, you know, I mean, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what type of technology the screen has. It was just something that I saw on TV that kind of interested me. And I saw it a lot on some of the various football games that were on this weekend. Speaking of which, there were some really good games on. The Baltimore-Pittsburgh game in particular was pretty exciting, though. What kind of, you know, I'm a Dolphins fan, and I'm happy that the Dolphins are 4-3, so they have a winning record, which they haven't seen in a while. But because I live in the area that I live in, you know, the games I most typically see on television are going to be the Washington football team. Please, please, please just give them a name, for God's sake. And Baltimore Ravens. And the Baltimore Ravens, with their now, I guess he's in his third year quarterback. He is, this kid is really, really good. He's smart. He's a good passer. He usually makes pretty, you know, relatively good decisions. Of course, he has to do whatever plays that are you know, told him that he's told to run in the huddle. But yesterday, it was, I can't remember what the exact final score was, but it was like a 4-point difference, and they were relatively close, and they needed a touchdown, and it was kind of their last chance. And one of the things that they had been doing against Pittsburgh, which a lot of teams hadn't been able to do, because Pittsburgh has got a really good defense, is they had a lot of success in running the ball. And it was, I think it's 4th and 3, 4th and 4, something like that for this final play. Or final play, was going to be final play for the Ravens if they didn't get a first down or a touchdown. And they pretty much telegraphed what it is they were going to do by lining up with nobody behind the quarterback, and then the play, you know, they run the play, and it doesn't work because there was absolutely no doubt what it was they were going to try to do. And one of the things that Pittsburgh had done, because the Baltimore's quarterback is very nimble and has, I think they had, including the quarterback, I think they had 3 people that ran for over 50 yards. Close. Some of them, I think one of them came close to 100 yards against Pittsburgh, which is quite an achievement. And but it left no doubt as to what they were going to do. And one of the things that Pittsburgh had done to prevent the Ravens from, you know, the Ravens quarterback from running, is to have a guy usually a linebacker, kind of shadow him and, keep him contained, make sure that he couldn't just break out and take off for a lot of yards. And that had mostly worked. So when they lined up in this formation and I was watching, it's like, oh, that's not going to work. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And they did, and it didn't work. So Baltimore loses to Pittsburgh at home. They're playing them, I think, Thanksgiving Day in Pittsburgh. They've got to beat them if they want a chance at winning the division. Unless they're going to sit there and hope that Pittsburgh will just fall apart and lose a bunch of games, which I don't think is going to happen. So Pittsburgh looks to be the team to beat this year. Anyway, didn't mean to veer off into football, but I did. And this is going to be the end of Guy's Daily Drive. So if you would like to get a hold of me, guy@mymac.com. You can also reach me on the Twitters, though I've been banning a lot of people lately because they just won't shut up about their politics, and I just don't care. Twitter.com/MacParrot, Twitter.com/VertShark. The website is VertShark.com for all the vids and all the odds. You can also see me. We just recorded a new MyMac podcast. It's now out on MyMac.com, where we had Carl Madden come in to talk about HomeKit, which was a great discussion. I had to do some careful editing for reasons that I will not go into here. And of course, Wednesday nights is the Mac to the Future Go live cast that I do with Orange Glar and David Ginsburg. You can find that over there on the Facebooks. Join the Mac to the Future Facebook group. What else? Yeah, you can help support the things that I do by going to Patreon, patreon.com/MacParrot. Coffee, Coffee, ko-fi.com/MacParrot. And you can pay a pal at paypal.me/MacParrot. All the various ways that you can help support the things that I do. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. I'll keep doing it anyway. I think that's going to be it. So thank you all so very, very much for joining me today on Guy's Daily Drive. I really, really do appreciate it. And as soon as I pull in here, come on. Oh, can I do it? Can I pull into a parking space? Of course I can, for God's sake. What is wrong with you people? Thank you all again for joining me today on Guy's Daily Drive. I'll see you next time right here. Oh, like, share, subscribe on the YouTubes. Like, share, subscribe. Go to YouTube, do a search for VertShark, and all of that stuff will show up there. Anyway, that's it. I'm really going to go this time. I swear to God. Bye.